Hi, I'm Matthew from Ludovox.fr, and today I am with Matthew Dunstan. Hello.
Hi.
So you're the designer of the As d'Or Enfants, which is Bubble Stories. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. It was an amazing night. A really nice feeling.
I guess so. So is it your first award in France?
Yeah, I mean, it's my first award, like, pretty much ever, to be honest. So, yeah, and it's special to be here. I've come to Cannes about 4 times now, and I find the French community really welcoming. I've worked with a lot of French publishers, probably the most of any nationality that I've worked with. So it's just really nice to be awarded by that community.
There is a huge trend in the recent years. It's like the rise of narrative games, and you are responsible for a few of them. For example, adventure game, bubble stories, or ecos. So what's your take on this? How do you decide to do a narrative game instead of a mechanic-driven game?
It's a really good question. It depends where my inspiration comes from, and actually for some of the narrative games, it's been for other game that are outside the tabletop sphere. So the adventure games came from these, like open world adventures like Myst and Riven, these video games. And, the audio adventures came from some other digital games. And in fact, another sort of museum experience, actually, that was called Museum in a Box. You'd put items on a box and it would kind of talk to you and tell you something about the items. So I actually get inspired from outside of games, and I think it makes sense to tell stories. And I think the trend is going that way. So you just have a lot of opportunity to make games with publishers because they're looking for that kind of project.
So you're a game designer, but you're also, I guess, a writer. That makes you a writer. And you worked with Dave Neal, I think, on Ecos, right?
Yeah, so I wouldn't really call myself a writer. Dave is definitely the writer. He's an extremely talented just writer. Outside of being also a talented game designer, he wrote the latest Sherlock Holmes Consulting Detective box, the Baker Street Irregulars. And I think, for me, actually, the reason I collaborate with Dave and with other people on these narrative games is to get that other skill set. I think my strength is still in giving a mechanical framework for these games to operate, because even though narrative games are all about the story, that you still need some mechanical twist or way that, there's some game there. There's some sort of puzzle. How are you going to deliver that to the players? How do you kind of, how do you give them the information? What are they actually doing in the game? It's not just about the story. So I think that's my strength. And then if I work with an extremely talented writer and sort of narrative puzzle maker, I'd almost say, in Dave, then that's a really good combination.
And you have in your portfolio of published games, you have like very small games like Echoes or Bubble Stories, and you have huge games like Monumental. How does that happen? Do you wake up and do you say, "Oh, I want to make a small game now," or a game for kids, or a big game?
It's almost by mistake. I just keep going. It's like, oh, it's big now. It's like, oh, I should have stopped a bit earlier. No, I think I am driven by novelty. I would prefer to play outside of my own games. I prefer to play every game 1,000 games once than one game 1,000 times, probably. And I think in my designing, that's the same. I always am looking for new experiences and new sort of challenges. I don't want to do the same thing twice, and that's why I have such a wide array of games. Sometimes it is also like I'm kind of curious. I'd like to design a children's game. Bubble Stories is sort of interesting because the game that became Bubble Stories wasn't a children's game to start with. It was a more, family-level narrative sort of adventure, and Blue Orange sort of saw potential for the game to be without text and to be actually really good for children. And I mean, they did an amazing job to get the game to where it is now.
And how do you develop a game like Echoes, for example? Do you test a lot? Did you do the voice acting yourselves?
Yeah, that was probably the most interesting prototyping experience. I got family and friends to record some voices. We tried to find sound effects on the internet clips. Neither Dave nor I are any sort of sound technicians or anything, so we sort of cut them together, had them as sound files on a computer that you would play. And we just made a small sort of demo scenario, so shorter than what you see in the boxes now. But we knew we needed to get a publisher on board early in the process because, I mean, playtesting narrative games is already very difficult in the sense that it's hard to get the same group to test the same game twice but this is even harder in that the kind of technology needed to even get it to a point to know whether the puzzles are working. Because, if the sounds are just not quite right in how they're recorded, or they're not going to evoke the right kind of thing, or like, oh, that's a door, or that person is walking differently to that person, and that gives me information. So we were really, really fortunate that Ravensburger saw, they saw that demo and they saw the potential. And then from then, we're really working together. And it's a really collaborative process with them, with us writing the kind of scenarios, giving suggestions for sounds, and then them going and prototyping those sounds with a sound studio, doing play testing and things like that.
So did you come up with all 3 pitches of the Echoes games, or did you take the ideas from Ravensburger?
No, so they're all from us, and in some ways, sometimes Ravensburger will suggest themes, or they'll say, we might have an idea of, that theme doesn't quite work, or we're trying to balance also kind of the level of the games, because they're kind of family games in a way, but you don't want them to be too dark. And these kind of games often get into, the dancer is probably can be quite dark. Yeah. So it's just trying to find the balance with that. But no, we wrote those, and The Ring is just out in German now, and hopefully will come to French soon. That's also us. And I think in the future, we'll mostly write them, but there might be instances where other guest writers come on and do their own thing.
So you said something that really piqued my interest. You said in the future. Does that mean that we will see other Echoes games?
Yeah, so I mean, the 4th box is already released in German, and I hope it will come to French. It was just released earlier this month, I think. The 5th one is done and should be released, and I know there's plans for at least another couple. So yeah, if it keeps doing well, just like any game, if it's successful, then it's exactly the perfect thing where you can hopefully make more and have more adventures. And
so you have a few years of experience now, and you have like all the games which are not so readily available, and like Elysium, for example. So do you think it may be republished at some point?
I really hope it will be. Whether it's with Space Cowboys or not, I mean, we're still chatting about it, and Space Cowboys really love the game as well. We love it. So it's going to be about finding a way to do it properly if we do re-release it. But if not, then yes, I would definitely hope that we'll find another home for it. It does hold it's one of my probably games I'm most proud of in terms of a design. It's closest to probably the types of games I enjoy the most. So I hope it will get another life sometime.
Do you have other things this year you can talk about?
There's the Guild of Merchant Explorers with Alderac Entertainment Group, AEG, that will be coming out in sort of mid-year. There's already a cover on BGG if people want to look, and there'll be more information coming soon. This week I'll have a game announced with Osprey Games, so it's going to be a follow-up to the Village Green game, a small sort of card game, more sort of puzzly game. We should have a game with Plan B later, coming out in the middle of the year, but that hasn't been announced yet. I also started a new sort of publishing company of print and play games called Postmark Games, and we release a game called Voyages, so that's just for anybody to kind of buy and print off at home. So that's also going really well, and we're looking at always making new content for that. So yeah, plenty of stuff. I think that's all I can remember, or there's probably some other Vivid Memories has just come out in French, I think. I'll remember. So I should be better at this. I'm not a pro at the whole interview thing, so that's what I've got.
That's a lot still. Again, congratulations for your As d'enfants. I think this wraps up our interview. See you on Ludovox.fr. Bye-bye.